Welcome back to Truth and Consequences. Now, we are huge down here in the South, but VCW, an all-time cob wrestling fan, is now my #1 customers and listeners across the nation. Tonight, live via satellite, is KingAJO from Liverpool. He will be facing Chriso at Battle Lines, a VCW pay-per-view coming up really soon. Now, we're really glad to have any VCW wrestler on my show for an interview, except Executor. We did not have a good time last time, but tonight is way different because we have an exclusive with AJO. He's going to talk about the SWA, the SWF, BCW, and his hatred and the backstory about Chriso. So let's go live right now with AJO. AJO, where are you from and who are you?
Well, I came from a town called Liverpool in England, and it's famous for a few great things, me being one of them. I grew up there as a young boy, got into wrestling. I couldn't get enough of it, watched it every chance I got. And when I finally got my chance to join a indie fed over there, I jumped out the chance. Trained really hard and eventually got a chance to move to the SWF, which is when I really made it big. And now I finally come to BCW, which is where I belong.
For those of our viewers or listeners who don't know what the SWF is, could you explain about it, please?
Well, the SWF, the Supreme Wrestling Federation, was a fed set up on PWG, another wrestling game. A few of the guys who have joined BCW used to be part of it. Me, Castle, Chriso, Jay, Brittany. They're just a few guys that were in the SWF. The show took off and reached quite high in the rankings, and we were quite good. We made great shows. It brought in the money and the fans. But the Fred recently closed through mistakes and changes by PWG. We were constantly getting screwed about in the rankings. And the show had all the talent, and we were bringing numbers like the other festival we dream about. We never moved up in the rankings. Eventually the show closed, and it was a sad thing for me when that happened. I was national champion at the time, so it really annoyed me, the fact that we were screwed and we had to shit.
What accomplishments did you have while you were in the SWF?
Well, I had a few while I was there. It was my idea. I invented the SWA, which at first was just a group of us working together when the two brands of SWF went to war, which was Revenge and Explosion. Explosion decided that they were the better show and tried to invade us, and obviously we kicked them back. But we had at one point become a real good powerhouse in the SWF. I mean, we had branches of SWA on both brands at one time, and at others we practically ran SWF Revenge. So I'm quite proud that something I created went on to such greatness, and it did help bring to us these new talents. Well, I had a few I'm proud of. Titles-wise, I became hardcore champion not long after joining the SWF, and eventually worked my way up the rankings, becoming TV champion 3 times, and then becoming the national champion and remaining it until the SWF closed. The world title's what I want, but I never managed to get that, which really beats at me. So I'm going to change that now here in the BCW. Another accomplishment I had in the SWF I'm proud of is that I'm quite pleased with this one. I was the man that finally put the White Ranger out of the SWF for good. He was the goody-goody type that had just annoyed most of the locker room. And I was the one that broke in and kicked him off SWF. Something a few guys in the back would have loved to have done.
Who would you like to see come out as champion in the VCW at this pay-per-view Battle Lines?
I'm going to walk out of Battle Lines as champion, simple as that. But if I some miracle and miss justice, I don't win. I don't care who wins so long as it's not Chriso. If he does win, then he better have watch out, because I'll have even more reason to keep gunning for him. I don't want Shogun to win either, just because he goes on about honour and all that bullshit. But yet I didn't stop him taking advantage and stealing a win I had in the bag last week. Fucking hypocrite. But I won't have to worry about that, because I'm going to walk into that chamber and destroy each and every one of the other competitors in that match and walk out as the ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
Wasn't Chriso one of your best friends? And why the attack on him a couple weeks ago?
Me and Chriso have never been best friends. We might have done if he learned how to control himself. If he was my friend, he would have been grateful when I brought him into my SWA. He would have been grateful when I helped him get the SWF World title, and he would have kept his hands off me and the rest of the SWF members. No, we weren't friends. He deserved the beating that he had coming from a long time after he turned on me in the SWF. I invited him to join the SWA and pushed him to a level he'd never been at, made him one of the greats in the SWF, got him the world title, but didn't seem to be a good enough reason for him to stay loyal. He attacked me and the rest of the SWA on a weekly basis. And when we were supposed to be a team and work as a unit, but that seemed to be lost on the phenom. I lost my patience waiting for Chriso to see sense and work with us. I could see it wasn't going to happen, and I wasn't going to let the SWA suffer, so because of him I kicked him out of the SWA and cost him the world title. It was his own fault. I gave him plenty of time to be a team player, but we were not going to stand there each week and have his back as if he wanted to use the SWA as a punching bag half the time. He wasn't best pleased with being kicked to the curb, and him and I had a hell of a rivalry. We were still going to come to the head of the SWF pay-per-view. KingAJO versus Chriso, one-on-one. The match never got to happen though. PWG decided to have a longer break than usual, for God knows what reason. And then we had a shake-up in management in the SWF when Jack Lennox finally came back, and all the matches got scrapped. He vacated all the titles, broke up all the tag teams, and broke the SWA. Chriso ended up being put in with a shot for the world title again, and I had to deal with Jack holding a grudge against the SWA. Then, after that, I became national champion, and really, me and Chriso never crossed paths again in the ring. So I never had that chance to finally get revenge and get my payback on him for turning on us. After coming to VCW and qualifying for the Elimination Chamber match of Battle Lines with 5 other guys, Chriso being one of them, I saw that I'd finally have my chance to get a little payback on him. Anyone knows who has followed me in the SWF will know I have a long memory, and I can hold a grudge for a long time. And I will make damn sure that I get my revenge on anyone who gets in my way. I'll be honest, after waiting so long to get my chance at Chriso, it felt even more rewarding, smashing his head in with that lead pipe. So it's true what he says, revenge definitely is a dish best served cold.
What are your predictions for Battle Lines?
Well, I started to see his match for the title. I experience alone, I think I'll have to add with me or Lacey. Well, Donna did show that she had a music and I like that. I don't know much about her wrestling history. The tag match I think is going to be a tough one to call. Family ties obviously work together, the family, but technical players have been together a long time. Brendan Moore being in the corner can really swing it, so I think that'll be one to watch, and I wouldn't rule out either team winning. In the international title match, the DK Kent beating Foreign. Kent's got X in his corner, and X is almost as ruthless as I am. What other matches do we have going?
AGO, open mic. Say how you feel, anything you want. You got the final talk. Open mic, go ahead.
Well, if they're not already going to watch Battle Lines, they best had to, because they'll be seeing the first ever English-born world champion crowned after the Elimination Chamber match. I'm going to destroy everyone that gets in my way until I get that title. And just keep tuned, Brewers. It will be coming.
AGO, thank you for your time. Good luck to you at the pay-per-view. Good luck to all your colleagues. Always a pleasure to have you on your show. To all the listeners, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but we are traveling over lines on the internet to get this interview. the volcano, etc., etc. All these things factor in for the interview. This is Truth and Consequences, bringing you another live interview from a VCW star. Stay tuned for more interviews and more spoilers to the shows. So get on YouTube, find VCW, and sign up today. It's taking YouTube by storm. This is the Truth and Consequences. We'll see you next time. Peace out.